Boys, what a roller coaster yesterday was. And this video is going to be all about yesterday. No Money Spent episode 5. Obviously, we got Campus Heroes. Part 1, part 2 will be later on in the year. We actually ended up getting an odds boost. Now, I'll kind of talk about my thought process and why I did what I did. And I'll kind of allude to that on why I did it. Because earlier in the day, we figured out that the Campus Hero sets, we thought they're just going to be 85s. They were going to require 84s, which kind of changed my mindset. But EA ended up doing the right thing. But look, so Mystery Pack went up to 540 from 295. Took out the Headliner Pack and put in a Campus Hero Pack. We get a Max Fantasy Pack to start off. But they also gave you a guaranteed 88 pack, which gives you one of the 4 champions. I think it's Logan Mankins, Sean Taylor, Bo Jackson, and Manti Te'o. One of those 4 or an LTD. So what I did, I got cheap training. And with that set cheap training, I am set to open up 82 quick sale Jamal Williams, which is what, like 30K. So that's a W to get that back. So we're going to open up one now. I'm going to show you guys the pack we're talking about. Most of you guys have opened it, tagged me in it. Hit the like button, drop a sub. We're going to open up one now and then open up the other at the end of the video. Essentially, we're looking for an LTD. If we get Sean Taylor or Bo Jackson, we break even. If we get one of the LTDs, it is a profit. That's the big animation. Logan Mankins and Bo Jackson. The first one broke even. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hey, ain't we been through it all? Then we sleep on them floors. Everybody we thought we needed, we don't need them no more. Run it up, don't check the score. No, I'm balling on.
Okay, boys, let's talk. Now, as you can see, I'm opening up the mystery packs at 295. I showed you guys previously it was at what, 540. When they dropped Campus Heroes, the first part, and I seen 84s were in the set, I kind of panicked. I didn't know what to do. I'm being completely honest, and this was an L we kind of took yesterday. We got a W early on, which you'll see later on in this video, which you'll see, but I panicked. 84 shot up to 100K, and I had sold on my 85s, but 85s didn't move. So my thought was like, they may not actually boost the odds, because why would they boost the odds with 84s being in fact? I know, silly thinking, it was 2 in the morning. I should have been asleep. My mom was overthinking, so I decided to rip some of these packs and see if I can obviously get lucky. We had 84 headliners, 84 legends, obviously Corley 84s that we can pull, that we thought we can get glitchy. At the end of the day, we didn't get glitchy. Obviously, you guys see some of the packs we just pulled. We didn't get too much out of the headliners. I don't actually think we got an elite. Now, the good thing about this is that we actually did not lose because we got our training so cheaply. We got our 87s under 200K. So with us getting under 200, we basically only paid about 800K or so, maybe about 790K for all this training. And I was actually able to make it all back and then some because of how cheap we got it for. Now, the smart thing would have been to open up these and save these packs until they refresh. But as y'all know, for me, Australia, 3:30 in the morning, usually when content drops. Obviously, content was late yesterday. I didn't have the chance to wait around and see if my training was going to hold value or not, or if these packs were going to hold value, right? So I decided to rip them. It didn't actually hurt, but it didn't help, and that's where it was an L, right? Because yesterday was all about making coins, and this deviated from my original plan of all the other content drops, AKAs. It's focused on high-end correlates and flipping those. I kind of went this route, and that's why it was an L for me, because I didn't do what normally got me up to 3.24 million. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it was an L for me. But like I said, it wasn't too bad because we did end up getting a couple of good pulls out of here. You will see another pull later that kind of saved us and put us back in the green. So that was not too bad at all that we got a couple of pulls out of here with these packs. Now we're continuing on with the Max Fantasy packs. I think there's a couple of elites that I did want to show because we did go kind of crazy, I think, in one of the Max Fantasy packs, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I was just opening these just to try to test something, you know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, there was an 80. I think this was a run of our elites that we got. At the end of the day, if I did get low goals, which you will see later on, I was going to exchange those up to Campus Hero 79s and to Campus Heroes 81s, which you will obviously see, and I will touch on here in a little bit why I decided to do that, because in the Campus Hero Field Pass, there were sets, right? And within those sets, you need to complete those sets to get, you know, up in the field pass, get helmet stickers and things of that nature. This was a crazy pack. We got an 83 and an 81. That was about a 50K pack right there. So like I said, we saved ourselves a little bit with some of the pulls we got. I didn't get to clip one of the 84, but we did get an 84 later on in the pack opening. I think we ended up getting 2, which instantly sold for 100K. So like I said, that was basically a fourth of our coins back, and then we just had to work in terms of getting the other coins back, which I'll show you guys kind of what we did to kind of work to get some of those coins back as well. And there's another one, Landon Dickerson, who's a more expensive because he is a left guard. I think I sold him for like 40 to 50K as well, which was a dope thing to obviously do too. And then we got into our Pro Playmaker pack. This was a good one too. 80 Jason Horton and 81 Taylor Moton. Like I said, absolutely clutch for us to get that type of stuff out of that pack. I do not expect that out of that pack whatsoever. And this was an 82 Derek Brown. And we know that defensive tackles are a little bit more expensive because their position is rare. And this was a great pack. 82 and an 83 Jason Maurer, which sold for 80K at the time. And the 82 Jamal Williams was about 30K. And this was another good pack. Ben Powers, because he is a left guard, sold for 20K. So guys can kind of see how it was an L, but it was a W at the same time. And boom, that was the 84 Cam Chancellor that we pulled along with some other 84. So what I'm doing here, and I'm doing the Campus Hero Gold pack. So you remember all those low 76s. Now, I could have sold some of those individually, but like I said, I needed to complete the competitive pass, not the competitive pass, excuse me, the Campus Hero pass, to make those sets get completed. And I'll show you how the sets have been completed after we get back to y'all seeing my beautiful face. But I decided to do this, right? Because I wanted to get these up, and because there's 2 sets. There was complete a Campus Hero set and there complete a champion set. So I had a couple 84s that I sold. I figured I had over 400 to 500 77s to 76s. I was like, why not convert all these and get me a champion set? And I was able to do that. And I actually was able to have some left over too, which I was able to sell for some profits, as you will see once we continue on in the video. So that was my mindset. Obviously, I could have sold the 76 individually, probably would have made a little bit more coins, but it would have took longer. And at the end of the day, time is money when it comes to this, specifically for me, because I don't have all the time in the world. Y'all know I have a limited time to make this type of stuff happen, right? So when I have a limited time to make this stuff happen, I need to decide, you know, what is the quickest way that I can try to get these coins back, even if it's losing, you know, 40 to 50K off the top. If I'm still making profit, that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? And I believe next you're going to see us go into us actually doing 81s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we start going into 81s. Now, again, you use the 81s to go into the 85s and the 85s and to go into Bo Jackson or Sean Taylor and them, right? Now, the reason why this was very profitable for me at the time I'm recording, or at the time I was recording this, you guys are seeing it, not the time that I'm talking, these 81s were going for about 20 to 22K, which was absurd for 81s. So the ones I was making, if I weren't putting them in the 85 set, I was selling them. And that's where I was making my profit back, which you will see in the next couple clips here about me doing that in terms of selling those. And here we are. You can see I am listing these up for about 20,000, 2050, and they were selling like hotcakes. Literally selling like, I was getting 18,000 back per 81. It wasn't costing me that much, because remember, these are 76s that I probably would have got on the auction house, or I got in, you know, the mystery pack and things of that nature that really didn't factor in my profit. They were all for profit when I did it at the time. So these were bony 76s and 77s that I had. So I was like, look, why not help me, one, get higher up on the field pass for the Campus Heroes, but then also, two, it can allow me to kind of shrink down some of my binder space, right? Because like I said, the amount of gold I had, because the amount of mystery packs I've done was absurd. So I was like, look, and we can make a bit of a profit, because I knew these 81s would go down. Like, they had to go down. 81s being at 20K, where 82s were at 22K is absurd. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to take a quick advantage of that and see if we can make something happen in terms of those things, right? And then after I completed Bo Jackson set, which you'll see in a second, I decided, look, let's go try to lazy sell some of these 77s. Now, some of these 77s were selling 5K easily, and obviously it takes 4 of those to make a 79, so that's where I was losing a little bit there. But I was like, I've already got my Bo Jackson, or I believe it's Bo Jackson set I did. Why not try to use some of these 79s? And I actually ended up finding this Elijah Mitchell, which, if you see, he had sold previously for about 18, 20, and 16K. Don't know why. Maybe because it was a Niner and people were making Niner team. So I decided to go check it, right? And I believe when I go check it, there was one up for about 13K. So I was like, okay, if it's one up for 13K, I'm going to try to sell this one myself for about 10K. So I was like, look, we're going to sell it for about 10K, see if we can make it happen. And, you know, it actually ended up selling at a later date. So that was obviously fantastic. Now on the next screen here, it's going to be a little bit distorted because it was uploaded from my Xbox, right? I apologize. As you can see, we completed Bo. We completed Bo and sold him right away for about 484K. So we actually ended up making coins back there. But this is, remember how I told you guys, I actually ended up kind of getting the W later on in the day. This is where we ended up getting the W. I don't believe exactly what it was from, but we ended up getting a free pack. It was from either the competitive pass, one of the pass, probably the competitive pass. We got a max fantasy pack. And boys, we pulled something absurdly good. Probably my best pull out of a max fantasy pack, out of any pack or whatnot. So the first round, all golds, nothing special. But then we get into the second round, and then the first card of the second round, what do you know? It's a Raider, but it's probably the biggest Raider. Max Crosby, 86 overall, and we get an 82. I sold Max Crosby for about 260K. That was a 300K pack right there. Now, another thing we decided to do, sell Aiden Hutchinson. Reason why, you can see on the screen again, this is from my Xbox. I had to download the clip and upload it. He is going for 465K. He was not giving me 465K production. The free Reggie White was actually outperforming him on the defensive line. So I was like, look, I'm going to capitalize, get my 465, be happy. Not going to second guess it. Now, in this last clip, before we get back to us talking, this is me completing Michael Mayer, which is huge. If you don't know, you go into the solos, you complete Michael Mayer. I think you get him at 160 stars, which was dope. But also in this clip, you will see it briefly, Aiden Hutchinson selling. That's a lot of things. When I put stuff up on the block, right, a lot of people don't understand this stuff actually do sell. Quickly, you're going to see 400, you know, in the 11K or whatever he sold for. That was a W. But this was Michael Mayer we got, which we may end up going to a Campus Hero theme team. Not entirely sure. So yeah, boys, yesterday was a bit of an L, bit of a W. It was a break-even day. It was an absolute break-even day. Plan of attack for the rest of the weekend. Friday, which by the time you guys watching this, you know, we'll be chilling. Saturday, Legends. I plan to buy back or even start building my team. I want to be hopefully back up to 4 million or a little bit above. Hopefully spend 2 million, and then the rest I'm going to try to invest in core elites, because I believe this may be the last time that we get core elites at a reasonable price and that they're going to be able to rebound. Because next week we're going to get ultimate kickoff. We're going to get second week of AKAs. I think we're going to start getting a lot more 88s in the game. Now we only have the ultimate kickoff 88s and the legend that's going to come out on Saturday. So I do believe the 86 core elites may still be able to be bought and resold, and that's what we're going to try to do on this last Legend Saturday. But as promised, y'all, last pack of that. So hopefully you guys did enjoy my kind of breakdown of Campus Hero Part 2 day, how it was for me. Like I said, a bit of an L because I should have saved those packs, but I was a bit worried. Like I said, I shouldn't have been awake at 2 a.m. my time worrying about packs. I should have just fell asleep and did what I did. But nevertheless, it didn't turn out too bad. Like I said, we didn't lose. We obviously didn't win big, but we did win some. But last pack magic, so we got Bo Jackson in the first pack. Let's see what we can end this off with. I'm looking at team cams. I'm looking for Giants or Steelers. 98 Joey Porter. We did it, boys. We did it. And Bo Jackson. We'll definitely take Joey Porter. We'll sell Bo Jack. Keep Joey Porter. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. What a walk-off. Joey Porter. Could be a crazy card. Oh, before we go, Legends. Predictions. Shannon Sharp, Bruce Smith, Eric Weddle. From the little blurred out. Could be Antonio Cromartie. I want Shannon Sharp. Could be Terrell Davis. Could be Champ. This is who I think and who I want. Get it? Got it? Understood. I'm out. Deuces.